Greetings, everyone! It's me again, Ashkva from Blood Moon Pictures. The first regular video after the whole Halloween time, the Spooktober, and the beginning of November. So, yeah, and I'm back to a big mansion of a, let's call him mansion owner. This is just a perfect introduction to the rest of the month. Just let's date Damien. I'm not in my best clothes right now in real life, but let's go. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it house. Concentration, Ashkva, concentration. You're dating someone right now. I'm nervous. It's more of a manor estate. The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. There's a knock. But seriously, I want gargoyles in front of my house as well. Like the Moonlight Beast minions, just as gargoyles. I pull the large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker back, and a hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door.
Okay.
I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. That don't seem like dead relatives. That seem like... Ooh, all the skulls, yes. I mean, I admit, it's kind of a little bit creepy, but I like bony architecture, like the alpha from the dwarfs do it sometimes. I mean, that's a little bit more gory than my taste, maybe, but still. I mean, that looks like a right out just family portraits. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Ashkva, pleasure to have you in my home. I look and see Damien standing at the top of the majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry. There was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the door unlocked. Why don't I believe him? Why do I think that's actually how it always goes? And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. They aren't creepy at all. What are you saying? I mean, sure, the middle one is a little bit creepy. And I personally aren't a fan of these type of dogs. They always look a little off. At least in such paintings. I don't even know. Is it a windhound? I don't know. Right. Please, let me show you around. Okay. Autosave. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlor sitting room, auxiliary, I can't pronounce that word. Auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason.
Oh!
This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I have been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. We walk past a door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. I wonder which room that is. I have no idea. I'm staring at you, middle portrait. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenage years are. Onward, onward, there's more to see. We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish.
Oh.
With a flourish? Those are a lot of butterflies. And moths, maybe? I have seen one of the huge ones. They are scary. I didn't thought so at first, like before I entered the zoo we were in. But seriously, those things are freaking scary when they're this big and just flap at you. And this is the library. I want a library. Can we just live here, please? Sunlight streams in from the floor to ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room. I would be as well. I mean, though those windows can be very revealing, those are cool, like church-like huge long windows and everything. Look out the window, look at the butterflies, pick up a book. That's enough for the two. No! I would basically first look at the books myself. I wouldn't pick up one. Basically because they're not mine. But looking at the books is the most thing I would do. Yeah! You know, Eshkova, in the Victorian era there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. Yeah, I remember having that talk to a historian teacher and my uncle, who's very interested. So he would love Damien as well on a platonic avenue. But still, it's like computer games were viewed a few years ago. They had viewed books. And that's so weird to think about it. Today, when a teenager reads books, you're like, oh my god, you're so, I don't know, going places in life. Oh, that's great, read a book here. But back then, it was just as frowned upon almost sometimes as you would frown upon someone just sitting at home playing games all day 10 years ago. Or 20 years ago, maybe even. Depends on... I was a kid in those days, basically. So, I wouldn't know. We're talking 14 years isn't... Well, it is kid, but still, it's just a weird thing to wrap your mind around. How times change. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Why do people always... No! You don't open a book at a random page unless it's a dictionary of some sort or like a sciencey book. But if it's a novel or something, why do people do that in movies and games all the time? Just random open. Oh, there's a random sentence. When I do that, I always end up reading half sentences or something like that are totally out of context.
Hmm.
Naruto struggled against the chains of that. What? Wait, what? Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants. Time out! What? That's the least thing I would have... That's the least thing I would have expected in this manner. I gotta wrap my mind around this. Sorry for that it takes so long, but what? Naruto fanfiction in your manner, Mr. Blood March. I mean, I don't mind, but that's not what I expected. Entirely not. I mean, sure, it's a yaoi fanfiction who, well, whatever, we're in Dream Daddy, who cares? But, it's a Naruto fanfiction. I mean, I would have more expected like a Dracula fanfiction, but Naruto? That's so unexpected, I don't know what to think about it. I mean, by any means, I do not frown upon it or anything. It's just like, okay.
Oh my!
Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back onto the shelf. Yeah. That's a rare book from my private collection. To be honest, if I would keep all of my fanfictions stored in a library like that, people would find just as weird things. Maybe not yaoi fanfictions, because, okay, I wrote maybe one in my life. I can't really remember. I actually remember one, but still. But yeah. You should label your library like these are fan fictions and these is the 18 plus section and stuff like that. It seemed like an 18 plus book, so well, 16 plus I think, because written books, for some weird reason, explicit stuff in books is lower rated than it is. Well, I guess it's reasonable. Whatever. Butterflies or window? I look at the butterflies next. Is it actually like if you click them in the right order, you gain more points than if I would just first look out of the window or so? It seems like it. If not, it's just like easy points. I don't care. I don't bother. I don't mind getting easy points. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. Come on, they're clearly not only bugs. Oh well, there's a firefly there. Firefly? Wait, are they called fireflies? Libelle, it's on German. I just forgot the English term if it isn't firefly.
Oh.
I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how... Maybe I could show you how sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger.
Oh.
The pin is a gambit. Is that a thing? No. Look out of the window. I walk to the window and am greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. Oh well, then such large windows are totally fine. Because, well, depends on the house behind your backyard. I just imagined having like so huge windows and looking through and just see my neighbor from his upper floor looking through the huge windows into my library like, "Hi, how's it going? Nice seeing you. Nice underpants." Why would I run around in my library in my underpants? I mean, it's my home, I can do whatever I want, but still. My brain is going places right now. Oh, there it was. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. Perfect example. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Okay. Okay. Hi, brother. Like, seriously, that's so my brother right there. I mean, he's less derpy, but still. Oh, okay, he's kind of derpy. Damn! Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows? Well, I guess they didn't have much else to do besides reading books and being nerded out by, being, bullied because of being nerds, basically. Wow, it isn't so different than it is today. Wait, really? No, but but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Please, will you join me for tea? Yes. Still things in my eye, but don't worry, it's not the Halloween guy. I hope you remembered his name, because I'm not saying it in this episode. I follow Damien to his sitting room, where finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien purrs and serves me some tea. Please be Earl Grey. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What? It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or class of the people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers to both the later time of day that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables on which they're served. I didn't know that. Oh. My dear friend, we are currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Afternoon tea. It's not after 8 yet. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. Your home is really impressive. Are there a lot of goths in Maple Bay? I like your cape. Your home is really impressive, or I like your cape. I mean, he just showed me his house, so that would be maybe a better thing to say. But I really like his cape. I think I'll go for the cape, because I wanted to say that the entire game long. Points? It's a cloak, actually, but thank you. Victorian fashion is very important to me. I noticed. I really noticed. But your house is really impressive as well, don't get me wrong. You pull it off quite well. Oh, thank you. Regardless of my historic leanings, it's very important to present myself well. It's very important to me to present myself well. Oh, okay, that makes more sense, brain. It has taken a long time to come up with a style that's both true to form and representative of myself, but I'm very happy with how I dress. Same. I mean, basically, my how I represent myself in drawings most of the time is how I would like to clothe, but I got a little bit of a belly by now, so I need to get rid of that before I can actually enjoy wearing the clothes without feeling like just being overweight. Which I'm not. I'm not overweight. It's just like there's a bit of belly going on, and it kind of ruins some clothes for me. I do get some strange looks, yes, but it's something that brings me to a great deal of joy, so I don't mind. To be able to wake up in the morning, pick from my closet a variety of cloaks, waistcoats, top hats, and even binders that are period appropriate feels amazing. Binders? Well, I might have the wrong picture of binders in my head, but I don't mind, I just didn't expect it. You wear top hats? That's the question you're going for, Eshkava? Top hats are great. I mean, okay, we never saw him with a top hat, so that's a fair deal.
Huh.
You don't? What got you so interested in goth stuff? I do wear top hats. I don't have one. I don't own one. I just have a pure plastic excuse of a top hat I once wore for cosplay. But I would wear some if I could.
Oh!
That was loud. Well, when I was young... when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city? Can you not interrupt Damien?
Huh.
Sorry? Did you guys see a marching band? Oh, come on, no! I'm sorry, Eshkava, but no, that is rude. Are you making fun of Damien right now? No, I do not approve.
Ah.
I'm afraid I don't understand. You serious? I could punch myself right now. Of course. But it's, you know, a song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Dad, why? Why? I am ashamed of you. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collection taxidermied animals grew in... Wait, what? Oh, taxidermied... That's a complicated word, brain. I know, but still, do it. Taxidermied animals grew into sort of an obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and culture of those who came before us, I think. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. That is so true. That is... yes. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there were many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and to try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrid.
Oh.
But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to the cognizant of its flaws, and love it all the same. That is true. Tell me, Eshkava, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do. But I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing and quite honestly rather attractive. My. Seriously, we'll get along. We'd so get along in real life. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sound sophisticated. I like watching soap-making videos on the internet. Love me some word jumbles. I learned how to juggle once. Wasn't that a possible answer before? I learned how to juggle once. Oh, come on. Word jumbles? Soap-making videos. As in, literally making soap? That sounds interesting. I always looked for a way to actually make soap that I once heard about soap you can use and the water is not poisonous or deadly to plants or anything. So you can wash your hands with the soap water or and wash your hands basically and put the soap water into the garden, into your plants, and they're fine. I don't know which soap it was and how you make it, but I really want that soap. It's less waste and everything, so you can literally water your plants with your dirt water to a certain degree. You should wash clothes with that soap as far as I know, but still it's such an interesting construct, like natural based soap that plants can actually not enjoy but survive good without any flaws possibly, or like you can just toss outside without having to make a huge pool of waste into like the next whatever it's called. You know what I mean. Shush, I know what I'm talking about. I like watching soap making videos on the internet. Soap is an important advancement in modern society, getting rid of germs and stuff. I would say that the people who make soap are the true heroes here. Okay, I think you're leaning a bit far out of the window here. The true heroes here. To watch them work is an honor. I tried making some with Amanda once, and we both had to go to the doctor for the rashes. Which I guess goes to show that we should leave it to the professionals. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches.
Oh!
Come, I have one more thing to show you. With that look. That's colorful. Damien takes me around the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish in beautiful landscaped rows. Rose. I thought I said like the other rose. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air.
Oh.
My garden. It's beautiful.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh.
Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. I hear about that in one of your comments, actually. That's where you got that from. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants. It was paired with one had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off of a vine.
Oh.
Lilium bulbiferum, the orange lily. What do you think this one means? My loins are ablaze. Thou art the tightest. 3 cheers for sweet revenge. Thou art the tightest. My lions are ablaze. I think my loins are ablaze sounds... 3 cheers for sweet revenge. I think you would pick other flowers with that. I don't really know what most of those mean, so I don't know, I go for it. A lot of eggplants! Holy moly, I didn't expect that to be so correct.
Oh.
The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Oops. Whoops. Okay. I almost called the eggplants cucumbers again for some reason. It's just like, the shape says cucumber in my mind. Well, and that's precisely why flower arrangement is so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? Snapdragons, honeysuckle, sunflowers. I mean, it may be very, well, it may be very, casual of me, but I really like roses. But snapdragons sound cool from those 3. Honeysuckle? Seriously, I don't have a picture of snapdragons or honeysuckles in my mind. I literally can't make a picture of them. So I think snapdragons. They sound cool. Because they're cute. And you can do that thing where you squeeze them so it looks like they're talking. What a lovely choice. I'll have to remember what that when I put together a bouquet for you. Heh. He would put together a bouquet for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly a phone rings. I like that ringtone.
Huh.
Oh, Eshkva, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls out a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Well, that would be... There should be a market for that. Go for it.
Oh.
Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. This makes me wish I had put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. No. Oh hey, a gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked it over the gargoyle. Oh, come on.
Fix that guard.
What? Oh, I'm not prepared for this. Oh my god. Oh, this is back. Oh, how do I do this? I don't even know. Okay, that was wrong, I think. Yeah, that looks more right. Oh god, no. The moment I get into a clean garden. Legendary? You could have did this faster if the not cables were under my mouse. Seriously, a cable caught under my mouse and I couldn't move it. Whew, that was a close one. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset.
Ah!
Ouch, that was loud. Ashkva, My sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything alright? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything's perfectly fine, but it's Lucian. What's wrong? He appears to have... Well, his teacher needs me to come to his school post haste. Do you need help? Oh, no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together.
Huh.
You're right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go. Saving. Automatically saving. So, that's all I have time for this episode. I actually am short on time, but I did it as long as normal episodes anyway. But still, this was amazingly fun. As always, Dream Daddy, Game Grumps, you did a really great job here. And I think I'm sitting wrong. Am I in the frame? I don't know. Anyway, my date with Damien. And I love everything about him. I could be his brother in mind, seriously. I want to have a Victorian-styled house, more or less. I want to have gargoyles on my lawn. I want to have... I mean, okay, I wouldn't have the time nor anything to have such a beautiful garden, though Evelyn would very much appreciate it. Maybe she wanted to do some gardening stuff. I could. Anyway, and a library. Oh, damn. And the clothes. Everything about Damien's great. Anyway, I have to say goodbye for now. So, I sincerely love all of you guys, and we'll see each other in the next video. Cheerio!